This summer alone, Americans have been suffering what most scientists agree are the hellish effects of climate change, from wildfires in California to catastrophic floods in Kentucky that have claimed at least 37 lives. And still, the US has been lagging behind in meeting its emissions targets. Now the Senate has voted to change that.
The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative, and the bill, as amended, is passed.
The Vice President breaking a 50-50 tie along party lines, allowing the Democrats to pass the most sweeping action on climate change in US history.
We are elated. Every member of my caucus is elated about what happened because we've changed the world.
Supporters claim the measures will transform the US economy by tripling the amount of renewable power. The bill aims to cut greenhouse gas emissions by 40% by the end of the decade. In all, it's worth more than £300 billion. It includes tax breaks for clean energy production, incentives for companies to cut emissions, and help for those developing new technologies. There are also subsidies for Americans buying electric cars.
This is a historic moment.
William Riley was the head of America's Environment Agency under the first President Bush.
Will this be enough to convince other countries that the US is finally serious about tackling climate change?
Well, they should believe us now because we have done something more than preach. It will cause people to think, well, this can be done. It can be done by a wealthy, developed country without excessive sacrifice.
This is also a huge political victory for Joe Biden. Today, he's been visiting Kentucky to see the damage caused by the recent floods and meet those who've been affected, having promised to make tackling climate change a priority of his presidency.
The vote in the Senate is just the latest in a string of recent successes for the president just 3 months before midterm elections to Congress, which the Democrats hope will strengthen a sense they're getting things done. But rising food and fuel prices may still be what determine how most Americans vote.
But as extreme weather events become more frequent, these are being hailed as landmark changes, even if the benefits won't be felt immediately. And for many, both here and around the world, they are long overdue. Ben Chapman, News at 10, Washington.